What's happening, guys? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you guys are. So guys, I want to share with you something that happened to me today. So my car's been having a little bit of an issue, okay? And well, actually it's making a squeaking noise, and it has to do with some kind of belt. So what I did was I went to the Mercedes Benz dealership to pick up the belt for the car. And I got there, guys, and I had money. It was $87 or something like that, plus taxes. It was $92. Actually, I'll tell you, it was $92 or something like that. Yeah. And so I got a $100 bill, you know, as I can probably still show it to you right now. $100 bill, okay, that I'm giving it to the guy to pay for my parts that I have. And he refused to take my money. Mercedes Benz refused to take my $100 bill because they're saying because of the virus, okay? It's probably contaminated. It probably has some virus on there. I mean, a bunch of people's probably touched it. And so now they don't want to take my money. But what they ended up doing, you know, which was fine. And I think something great is happening right now. And they're using this whole pandemic thing. I just dropped my bank card. They're using this whole pandemic thing, guys, to really narrowing down what exactly it is that they want to do, right? Oh, I hope I don't scratch my bank card. My bank card fell between the, oh, I hope it doesn't scratch. Okay, got it. Okay, so I honestly believe something great is going on. So this is my issue right now. It's not even an issue, just something I want to talk to you guys about. Okay, so they gave me an invoice, okay, as you can see, Mercedes Benz. I'm not sure if you can see that, okay? Well, you get the drift. They gave me an invoice, okay, that he wasn't wearing the gloves. He didn't hand sanitize his hands, okay? So he gave me an invoice that he's been touching. He had it, he held it, he put it together. He took a stapler because he needed to staple the receipt, because I ended up having to use my bank card, right? Staple the receipt together and hand it to me and say, here you go, my invoice, right? That he touches, okay? So whatever it is that was on his hands is coronavirus time. It could have been contaminated, and there he goes. So he gave me something that's now contaminated. Not only that, okay? Mind, bear with me here, okay? Nothing's wrong with the invoice, okay? I'm just using their logics, okay? So he went and get the belt, okay? With his bare hand. The belt was not in a seal plastic with plastic around it. You know, it was not in a sealed box or anything like that. It was just a loose belt, okay? That he walked out with out of the parts section. He brings it over here with his hands, give it to me. There's your item, there you go. So I'm thinking, okay, so let's just use logics here for a second, okay? He didn't want to take my money due to what's happening. He didn't want to touch the money, okay? But then he pretty much touched everything that he gave to me. The receipt, he stapled to the invoice, okay, and gave it to me. He went and take the belt, okay, that was not sealed, that was not protected, with his hands, and give it to me. That he's touching everything and he's giving it to me. But then he's saying he doesn't want to take the money because, you know, COVID, and, you know, we just want to avoid, I mean, personal contact or touching anything that, we don't want to, you know, contaminate anything, you know. But then everything that he gave to me, he touched his hand, was all over it. So what if I was thinking like him? Then I could use the same logic and reverse it back onto him and say, you know what, well, you know, I don't want this invoice because, you know, obviously you touch it, you touch the receipt, you know, before you give it to me, you touch the papers, you know, you're holding it and stapling it together before you giving it to me. You know what? Just take this belt back. I don't want it because when you give it to me, it was not in the plastic, okay? It was not secure, it was exposed, and you touched it, and I have no idea how much of the guys in the parts department touched it, and wherever it came from, how many people touched it, and now say, you know what? I don't want it. Now can we undo my transaction, and can you put my money back into my bank card, you know, and come on, stay, and I'll be on my way, and you'll be on my way, and we'll be all good, okay? I walk out of there, guys, and I'm thinking, wow, what is really happening here, you know? But then it dawned on me, it's not about COVID, which I understand, okay, it is about COVID, right? But what I'm saying is, it's not about what they're doing, is they're using this to do something, because there's something greater that's happening here, okay? They want to get to a cashless society. And so now they're using the pandemic, or however you want to say it, the pandemic, to really push this cashless society agenda forward. Okay, so now they want us to get used to not using cash. Okay, so I'm telling you guys, like, look at this right now. This is a Canadian $100 bill. I'm sure you can see that. They want to get rid of this. Okay, they want to get rid of this, and eventually this is going to be gone. Okay, this is going to be gone. They're going to do away with all money, and eventually what's going to happen is you're going to have to be using your Visa card or bank card for the moment. Okay, there's a reason why they want you to use your bank card. There's a little microchip in here, guys. Can you see that? It's a little microchip. Okay, they want to be able to monitor everything that you're doing. So no, we don't want your money, because when you use money, when you go to your bank, okay, and you pull out $1,000 out of your bank, okay, or $100 or $20 or whatever it is, the bank doesn't know what you do with the money, okay? They don't know, they have no idea what you do with the money, so they can monitor you, which to me, it's your business what you do with your money. But no. Big Brother doesn't want that. Big Brother want to be able to know what you do with the money when you pull out of the bank. So, in order for them to have control of what you do with your money, is they want to get rid of this, because they can't track this anymore, okay? But they can track this, and eventually they won't be able to track this. So you know what? They're going to get rid of this, and then they're going to put a microchip in your finger. That way they can track you, monitor you every single second of every single day. And that's what's happening right now. So Mercedes Benz refused to take my money, and I understand why, because there's a bigger agenda going on here. This is just a small part of something that's bigger and greater that is coming. So, cashless society, here it comes. So Mercedes Benz, you know what? I get my belt, I appreciate it, and guess what? My belt works perfectly fine. Nothing was wrong with my belt. I didn't contract anything by touching the belt that you touch. I didn't contract anything by touching the invoice that you gave me and you touch, you know? And still have my $100. Well, my bank account still have $100 less in there, but I still have my $100. And so for now, I guess I'll keep my $100. But eventually, I'm going to have to spend it or take it back to the bank and give it back to them and use my bank card. Either way, guys, I'm making this video because, you know, I mean, this is what's happening right now. So, be aware, be vigilant, you know, and be smart. Don't be naive. You know, right now, there's a big deception that's going on right now, but something greater is coming. So anyways, guys, you know, this is just my 2 cents on what's happening right now. So Mercedes Benz rejected my money, and I believe that there's a lot more behind the reason why they're rejecting it. It's going to be something that we're going to have to get comfortable with. That's just my 2 cents on that. Anyways, guys, once again, if you're out there, whatever you're doing, be safe. However you're living your life, do good. Because the good what we do today is what's going to come back around to benefit us tomorrow. Or if it doesn't benefit us, guys, it's going to benefit our kids. And if it doesn't benefit our kids, if we don't have kids, it's going to benefit somebody. Okay? Do good, seek peace, and pursue it. Love one another. Until the next video, guys. Peace.